So, about a year ago, I got strongly convinced that it was time for me to take up my music ministry. So, I will be taking you on my journey. This is my story, and no one would tell it better than I will. Childhood. Yes, I was born blind, actually. I didn't open my eyes at all. And of course, that became a challenge. My parents, tried all that they could to get this baby to see. Everything they tried medically proved abortive, and we had to resort to God, you know. So here's my mom being a prayer warrior. Like she just started praying all of a sudden, started fasting from nowhere. Not like she believed that was going to work, because of course she had tried every other thing. Yeah, she started going to church, started praying, and I eventually opened my eyes. I did, which was such a miracle. But even at that, according to her, the eyes were so red, like blood red, that became another issue. Another round of fasting and praying, anointing oil here and there, Bibles here and there. These are things that my parents weren't used to, but they had to because of the situation. And eventually I started to see. And then I remember that my mom, according to her, she had, promised to give me back to God, if God could help her solve that problem. Yeah, so that was where, that's where church comes in, So she started taking me to church. I was going to church with her, like, every time. And it became a tradition for myself and my mom, yeah. So we started going to church together. So that's that about my story of being born blind. Yeah. So without my knowledge, my mom apparently made a deal with God. You know how people just go into covenants, without telling the person, And it was her just having a deal with God, like, if you do this for me, I'll do that for you, So yeah, I opened my eyes and she took me back to church, and I feel like that's why I've not been able to really function, in the capacity that, God has given me without God, So everything that I've tried to do outside of God, I feel like never really works because of that covenant. So obviously I am a covenant child, and maybe I've not been able to function optimally, to function to my fullest potential outside of God. I feel like, God is my source, and there is no way that I would be able to do anything outside of him. Like, he has to be in the equation. So maybe you're out there and you're just like me, or maybe you're just like how I used to be, and maybe you've tried everything. You've tried all other options, but nothing seems to work. Trust me, the moment you find your way back to your source, everything will begin to make sense. I mean, I'm a testament to that, so this is from me to you. Just try going back to your source. Just try to find your way back. And, well, maybe you might have some level of success, some level of, money's made and all of that. But no peace, no fulfillment. I mean, these are the things that you get when you are with your source. These are the things you get when you are in tune, with your source. So this might be an opportunity for you to find your way back. And trust me, you would not regret it. It will be definitely the best decision that you've ever had to make. There's a vacuum in every man's heart that only God can fill, only Jesus can fill. There is that emptiness that you feel, there is that loneliness that you feel. There's just that space there, and only Jesus can fill it. So now is the time to just invite him into that space. You need to bring him into that space. I mean, everything that I tried to do or that I was doing wasn't making, that much sense to me. I was good, I was, but there was still that emptiness that I felt. I was looking for that fulfillment, I didn't find it until I found my source, until I got reconnected back to my source. And I think that's your answer. That's the solution that you need. So take it.
With you, I never have to cry behind a smile now.